And moving on to I, legal threat against board member.
Right, so legal threat against board member. What happened on Thursday, May 2nd at 7:28 p.m. There was an email that came to our board. We have an email, hsb@sau5-22-13. The original portions of the email Superintendent Littlefield reacted to from citizen Alyssa L., who is known not to favor school board member John Liscars. Her baseless, in my opinion, summary with my actual post, which was on, there was no words written, to the YouTube video. It was a post of the famous semantics video of President Bill Clinton citing, "It depends on what the meaning of the word is." And at the time, the discussion that was going on in town was about the meaning of the word book is, because I had just gone through this whole making a motion, gathering electronically this book. So it was a discussion that was going on. So the citizen, and I sent copies, and I don't know if you get a chance to read them at all, which shows the actual, there was no words that I posted, it was a video. And I just want to read you Alyssa L's comment, which I believe, and Dr. Elizabeth, correct me if I'm wrong, is what he reacted to. And she said, "I am appalled at all the nonsense going on in Hooks at Issues." Hooks at Issues is a Google group that Mr. Pearl hosts. It's where citizens in Hooksett can get on and talk about, if there's a farmer's market, or they can get on and debate issues. And she said, "Mr. Liscars comparing Dr. Littlefield to Bill Clinton, ? That is grounds for slander. Just wanted the whole board to be aware." So that was Alyssa L's impression. Fast forward to this being received by the Hooksett School Board, and at 2:22 a.m. on Friday, May 3rd, this is all public, Dr. Littlefield writes to me, and he CCs the Hooksett School Board, "It has been asserted that you have both publicly and in writing compared me to Bill Clinton. Could you indicate whether in doing so you were speaking as a private citizen or a school board member, so I can better determine how to seek relief from a characterization that has caused me deep emotional distress and irreparable professional damage? It is my intention to be made whole, and your response will help my attorney to determine the proper venue." So, as a new board member, first of all, I've never been legally threatened by anybody. This was a new experience for me. There's an email exchange you can see on there. I basically said you're wrong with your assertion, and I went on to make comments what I was upset with as a new school board member. Dr. Littlefield took exception to that, but you can read all of the details. My point is, you talk about the relationships you have with your boards, and it sounds wonderful. And when I went to the one in Concord, they talked about the relationships between the administration, the school boards, and your chair. It really sounded wonderful. I mean, I really was looking forward to it. And unfortunately, what happens in our town, some of the citizens on the outside are saying they're all for education, they're all for this, we're for the children. And in the background, they're sending the school board these type of emails that you can read them, and on the surface, if you don't do your research, you may make a wrong assumption. And the problem is, if you make a wrong assumption, and we go down a trail, and this is my opinion anyway, Dr. Littlefield may have another opinion, and that's fair. The problem is it just creates more contention in your board. So, you know, the stuff that goes on Facebook, public blogs, talking around the water cooler at work, talking around, you know, phone conversations, all of that stuff really has nothing to do with the business of the board. But if citizens make it the business of the board and they get others involved by making assertions and assumptions, it adds to the contention of the board. That's all I have to say on it. Just want to share that with you.
I've stated here I've been a school board member for 2 years. I have been the chair since probably middle of January. When I saw that post, I believe that anybody in our country who's over 18 years old knows that the definition of is directly related to Mr. Bill Clinton, our former president's sexual relationship with Monica Lewinsky.
I didn't say that, just want to
It
go on
doesn't
record.
matter, you did not say it, but the clip is related to that. That is a personal attack on our superintendent, or a school board attack, whichever role you were representing in, and that we, as a SAU board, need to protect. Dr. Littlefield is our employee, and he needs to know that we are looking out for his best interest. I have the honor and the privilege of coming in contact with people who know Dr. Littlefield, because I am pursuing my master's degree in education, and I say that with the camera on, and my soon-to-be ex-husband does not know I'm in school, so that could cause some problems in my personal life. And I meet people who, when they hear I am from Hooksett, before they even know I'm on the school board, have nothing but amazing things to say about him. And for anybody to make that reference is absolutely not acceptable to me, and we need to protect his professional relationship as board members, as individual people. He is a person, he has a profession, this is his livelihood. And I just feel very strongly that the SAU staff works for us, and it is our job to make sure they have a non-hostile work environment, that they feel comfortable, and that they feel appreciated by all of our communities and all of us as board members.
Chair, I just want to make sure it's very clear for the record. Those were her words at the beginning of that statement. I never said those words. I never had even the intention of applying what she just said. That's the second person now. One was made by a private citizen, Alyssa L. She made an assumption. And now my own chair has not only made an assumption, she's put it on public record. I just want to be very clear, I didn't do that, and I never said that, and I even never implied that. So those are not my words. The second half of what she said, though, I wholeheartedly agree with it. Because when I talk about Dr. Littlefield and my experiences with him, they have been very positive lately, because a lot of what I had talked about here tonight, to give him credit, he has corrected. And when you made a joke with us and he said, I'm going to sit here like a good little boy. Do you remember that night? Mm-hmm. And you got to give him credit.